Hey everybody, what's going on? Gorminator here. Just great little winter day. A little bit warmer than it's been, but just wanted to take you through something that I know we all want, which is impact alignments that are like a Tour Pro. But that would look something like as you're striking the ball halfway down, your left arm and right leg would be in line with each other like the Hogan move there, and then coming in, start to square up and get the alignments of the wrists undone while my zipper's heading into the left ankle there, and then I come through and pivot around. Okay, those are great alignments, and you should practice that for sure. There's a lot of things that should happen before that to get into there, because that's a shifted hip. The hips are level going into the left hip a little bit higher at that stage. I have right side bend. I have shaft angle ahead, forward shaft lean. So those are definitely things that we want, okay? What I see a lot of people do is they get there in the backswing, right? So getting there in the backswing would be like, oh, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release my club back as I start to turn. And when I do that, you can see how level my shoulders are if I turn around this way. My left shoulder and right shoulder probably look fairly even to the ground, not tilted one way or another, right? And then if I go this way, I might do that a little bit too early, or the change of directions can get not optimal, right? We're looking for power, and we're looking for change, kind of connected chain of events that you can repeat for power as well. So if you're chipping, it's a great way to practice what I was discussing about that little bit of weight shift. We're not going to go very far back. Position 2 is when the shaft's level to the ground. A little beyond that might be a chip shot, right? And so that's when you're going to kind of cruise this back and then get a little bit of that shift and a little bit of side bend. Just, small. We're not going anywhere with the shot. But if you get going and you start winding the arms up first and tugging that right shoulder around and stay connected with the elbow, you're going to be flat shoulder plane. And then if you start getting the right shoulder under, you might start bouncing into the ground early, okay? That would look something like this. And I caught that super thin, and I got over here like this, and then my hip started to swirl backwards because I needed to get the club out here. And that looks like this. Tailbone went to the back leg. So a bunch of things will happen incorrectly or less optimally just to move the club out there, okay, to the ball with compression. So what I would say to you is like, yes, we want to definitely just grind on getting this, right? The grinding on this would be my left shoulder still down. I've shifted my zipper over to the left foot in line kind of with the ankle, all right? My right leg, left arm are in line with each other. I banked my foot in a little bit. So you could bounce back and forth like this. And this is proper action there. Left knee's outside, zipper's gone over, arm, leg, right? So you can go back a little bit and go. So now I got a little bit of compression in that golf ball, right? Well, let's talk about the things that should happen before you ever get into there, okay? In the golf swing, you need to have, as we all know, you're going to wind up. And as I wind up, what I'm trying to do is get a shoulder plane perpendicular to my spine angle. So my spine angle is like this. The shoulder plane should be perpendicular to it. So from here, then my shoulder plane should be perpendicular to that, okay? And so if you start to release the club back, tuck the elbow, and start winding up, now my tailbone's going this way, my shoulders are flat, and I just don't know what to do from here. I've got to get the club pinching the ground, and it's very difficult when I start spinning my tailbone back to you and start throwing the club out. So A really nice thing to do to tell yourself would be that you want to push the handle down. It's like push down, lever down, right? So you push the handle down. When you push that handle down, what happens is we lower the left shoulder. You lower the left shoulder, the handle's going down, left shoulder's going down, ankle's flexing, right? Those are all good. Push down, handle down. Push down, throw down. Lever down. Lever down. Scotty Scheffler compression down. Looks like this. That felt really good, very delicious. You probably heard the contact on there was awesome. So, you know, in my in-person lessons and my online lessons, developed a web that has structure built in to the folders. Like, hey, this is the Elite Performance folder. This is where we start in the initial part of the backswing, get these components right with the lower body, get them with the shoulder plane and the arms action. So kind of you can step-by-step follow through. And I invite you to go to paulgormangolf.com, get in there and sign up, and I'll take you through. So online lessons across the world, really a supplement to the lessons in person. That's why I made this site. My guys need the pocket Gormanator when they're out playing somewhere or on vacation or just to stay focused and practicing at home. Okay, back at it. So pivot compression, down, lever down, push down, lever down, push down, lever down. So you should see, if I take a look back at this video, I should see pretty clearly that my left shoulder's down and my chest is turned and my shoulder plane is down. And then as I start to transition, I'm going to start to move my hips forward, which starts to level this hip out as my left shoulder starts to drive its way over the ankle again. So as I go back, push down, lever down, shoulder down, and that's moving the shoulder down in between my feet. In the transition, I start to get that shoulder still down over the left ankle again as the arms start to come into play at the delivery position, and then I just let it go. So that's kind of like elite masterclass stuff for good ball striking, okay? And it might feel clumsy if you haven't done anything or thought about that before, but you just got to grind on it and go, okay. Makes sense too. You'll feel like the middle of the grip is here. All I'm doing is pushing the handle down to where the middle was, and that stretches my left arm down. When it stretches it down, it takes the slack out of my arm, gives me a nice connected feeling, and then I start to go back. Okay? Here we go. Push down, slack out. That felt great, and hopefully it looked nice when I look at it, but my intentions never gave up. I felt the slack come out of that arm. I felt my shoulder get tugged down. Okay, I felt my hip push over this way. All right, so some really good stuff there for you to look at. Please send me some comments, subscribe to my channel if you would, okay? And I'm gonna call this push down, lever down, okay? Thanks. Gormanator out, paulgormangolf.com.